All right. Good morning, Cancer. Happy birthday for your month. We're going right into your season. Okay, let's go ahead and get started with your cards. Cancer, the card that pulled out in the shuffle. Cancer. There you are. Whales on top. And this is where you're sitting. Okay? All right. First card dealing with your dimension is the Six of Wands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This also doubles, if you notice, for the Tower. Okay? So either you're trying to get to this dimension or you're currently in this dimension. Okay? Right. Okay, how you feel about it or how others feel about it is the Five of Cups. Okay? Those are your affections. This is your adversity. Okay? This is your adversity here, which is the 10. It's not only the 10 of Cups, so there's a lot of love here already. We've got a 5, and now we're doubling up on a 10. So this is the world. This doubles for the world, this card. So we're dealing between the Tower and the world. Okay. So that's the challenge. That's the adversity. Okay. Of this circumstance. Your tool to navigate this current dimension is going to be Major Arcana 14. Okay. Major Arcana 14, which incidentally 1 plus 4 equals another 5. It's another 5. Okay. It'll be something you need to be strong in facing. Okay. Homework from the first deck is going to be the 8 of Swords, which doubles for justice. Okay. Justice is blind and upright in this card. And the other, in like the 2 of Swords, it doubles for the Hangman. So this is that card upright. The Hangman upright is just. Okay. Here we go. The spiritual side of that is the 5 of Action. The spiritual side of your homework, that if you do this, if you enact this, you get to this. You get to justice. Is the 5 of Action. So another 5. Okay? So that's 1, 2, and then 1 plus 4 is 5. That's another 5 as well. Okay? That particular realm or domain is considered Gebura, which is strength. It's represented by the patriarch Isaac in biblical scriptures. So in biblical and Jewish scriptures, that would be Isaac. We know that Isaac was sacrificed, and maybe this is what this tower represents. There's a sacrifice that's needing to be made. There's something it's coming. It's confusion. Remember the Tower in Babel? It was about confusion. It was about people who saw each other, spoke the same languages, but the plan that they were working out, it wasn't spiritual for either of or any of the people who were working together. So maybe that they were working on something, but it wasn't progressing their spirit, which is why the tower had to come down. They were trying to reach heaven. I mean, that was the intent. We're going to build this so high. We're gonna reach heaven. We want to scrape the sky. We want into a spiritual realm or domain. But incidentally, this wasn't the way to get there. Okay. Notice that this tower, it's dark blue. So a lot of expression, a lot of talking, that's going to come down. Maybe talking through your emotions, that's not working. Okay. Since there's behind it is green, which is a world, and also not only a world, but our world was built with love, created with love, and this here is supposed to be a world, but it has to come down because it's not built on love. It's built more on expression, just basically a lot of sharing ideas are what's kind of whatever this is. The ideals are down here below, but they're not really this. Then if that's the case, this should be that same color. Okay, more of the destiny is below, which is why it's coming down. Coming down as well. So destiny below, destiny above, bringing this down a size. Okay, I've expressed previously in some of the others that ultimately when we have any type of, this is one up from the 5, and the 5 is a sense of bondage or strain and force. And look at you, got 5s. So it's a strain or force, and even that domain is considered strength. It's being put in a position to do something that maybe you've been putting off and you've not been doing previously. Okay. How you feel about that tower coming down, or others may feel about it. They don't feel so hot. And what's interesting here is when you see these 3 come crashing down, what's left? Balance. The same balance that's standing up at the bottom down here. 3 on one side, 3, there's equal power. There's equal foundation of ideas. There's equal sense of destiny. So is it here. The 2 cups that are standing up are the ones that are fruitful and growing. The others that are spilled over is the 3, which is an imbalance of power, an imbalance of love even, imbalance in the relationship. There's not equal give and take. So this has to be pushed over. The unbalance knocks over what's left to bring balance. Okay? To bring balance. So either you, if this is not you, this may be the other person involved as this tower comes crashing down. That I can't really be here in the middle of this anymore. That this sense of destiny is it's not working. It's not functional. It's not safe. It's just going up, going up, going up, but nobody's even in the building. It's not useful. It's not working. There's green on its way, so maybe it started out in love. Maybe it started out even, with this here, this is controlling your destiny. It maybe started out that way, and then it got lost in a lot of this. And that which was leading the way suddenly is more outside of it than actually becoming the building itself. Okay. So that's going to change. And what's being challenged by? The 10 of Cups. What's the adversity? What's considered the adversity or the challenge? Maybe for the person, maybe not. Maybe there was 3 people involved. This is what, but this is challenging this. This is the challenge, that if this is what the goal is, 3 of us can't get there. 2 can, not 3. Not 3. And because of that, it has to come down. 3 of us can't do it. Okay? And the wheel is time. It took time to build this tower to get it up here. So it's a change of events because they were building, and time has just shown that, okay, this isn't going to work. Because ultimately it needed to start, and green needed to still be a part of it. It's not functional. It's coming to its end. It's having its cycle of birth, life, growth and development, aging and death. That's what the wheel represents. Right? Wheel represents not just movement. As time is passing, things are changing, and they're changing pretty rapidly for it to be a wheel. In fact, this is a wheel within a wheel. Ezekiel's chariot. Remember the chariot in Ezekiel? He saw a wheel in the middle of a wheel by the river. And it was to bring a message to him about the present captivity of his people. Something about this, you might be getting a revelation about it, about why it's not working. Okay? Maybe you don't see the 3, but you'll be shown the 3. And that's, I guess, the challenge of that is timing. It's coming up to it, or it's either past the time already. It's already past the time. You feel like this, but maybe you're not doing the needful and breaking it off and letting it come down. But you see it, like the writings on the wall, the wheel within the wheel. By the time Ezekiel, comes to light, biblically and in Judaism, it was well considered. It was like a well-known thing. The way we're doing things is not working. It's actually bringing us into bondage and captivity, not success. Okay? So this is about spirituality, being spiritual about the thing. Okay? Not being emotional. Sometimes we confuse emotion with spirit. But being spiritual about the thing. Spirit is about balance, about balancing it for both people. And notice that this is a 10. 10 is half of the 5. So basically the wheels, the wheel can't be stopped. The wheel doesn't stop turning. So when we don't address something in the realm of 5, when we have the strength to cut it off, this is what results. Okay. What's the tool? 14, which ends up being 5. Okay. A win-win solution. There's strength in diversity. Strength. Keep saying that. The 5. That's the realm of Gebura. Gebura means strength. It took strength to make the sacrifice that the patriarch Abraham made. That particular realm belongs to his son Isaac. But Isaac also went through a lot, redigging wells. His life was, before he had those twins who really gave him a run for his money. There were people who saw he was blessed and they were jealous about that. So he had to keep redigging wells. He had wells from his father, but he had to keep redigging them. He had to move elsewhere. They were basically trying to push him out, and take over his own wells that his father had dug for him. And it takes strength to redig a well. Okay? And you're a water sign. You're the cardinal water. Okay? And water symbolizes spirituality. Wherever there's water, there's often a spiritual connection of some sort. Often what people like to call twin flame is some type of eternal connection. When he got this revelation, the prophet, he was by the river. Okay? Lots of special things happen near water. Lots of special things happen near water. So he had to, to keep his own spirituality, he had to dig and redig. A win-win situation. There's strength in diversity. So maybe the way you're doing something or the way somebody is being with you, they're not being diverse. By blending the ideas of other people with your own, or maybe this could be you. And it takes strength to see something in another perspective. It took strength, okay, to get into whatever this, spiritually represents, whatever covenant that this represents, and also 10, just to be sure. In the Hebrew alphabet, this is Yod. Yod is your soul. Something about this is affecting your soul and the soul of others. It's affecting you not just in the mind. It's in here on a soul level. Well, people might say it's karmic. By blending the ideas of other people with your own, excuse me, you can come up with a solution that's magnificent. So you're trying to get to a solution, and you can see this guy. He's sitting there. He's aged. This guy's aged too, but his hand is directing him. How about this way? How about this way out of this? How about this way through this? Start by focusing on the aspects that everyone agrees upon. So this is some type of quarrel. Okay? Start by looking at what everybody agrees on. Wow. Okay, because notice the 2 cups, right, that are standing up. 2 has always been a form of covenant or agreement. What we agree about. This we don't. 3s, we don't. 3 is not about an agreement. When you get into the form of 3s, what that represents is unbalanced power and a majority rules in that situation. But here, we either voting yes, 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 no, no, no with the 2. Start with what everybody agrees on. So there's some agreement about there needs to be growth. There needs to be development because these 2 are fruitful. These are just spilled water. But these here, these 2, they're fruitful. They're bounding. They're growing. There's flowers. Start by focusing on the aspects that everyone agrees upon, and then open your mind to compromise and working together. Okay, here we go. Working together, right? Like I said, they were working together, but not on the right thing. Okay, stay balanced. That's the 2, balanced. And that if you don't balance it out, it's look like this is the challenge. Is the balancing. That there'll be a constraint on your soul, on their soul, on both your souls to put you in that sense of balance. That's what this is showing. Stay balanced and seek out a moderate approach. So moderation. And moderation is about your soul. Because your soul can't take all that. Your soul can't take imbalance and extra. You can't take that. Okay? Your soul was built to be, very progressive. So that's a challenge on the soul. Okay? Homework. Okay, so these are your tools. It's a win-win, dear Cancer. It's a win-win, and you have the strength. You might feel like you don't because you're not up here. You don't have to be up here. You see that big one whale, right? Maybe you're dealing with a Pisces. Who knows? Or maybe you're dealing with someone, all this blue, that could also be air, spirit, because spirit is also near water. You'd be dealing with an air sign, okay? Where you're trying to reach some sort of compromise, some sort of balance, where both your hands, they have opportunity, both your hands are open, okay? Like they are as you're sitting here. Both hands are open. Both hands are open. Beautiful card. Homework, 8 of Swords. The Justice is actually, look, the eyes aren't here. So success is blind. Success is blinded, and how it's balanced out with eyes open. Seeing another, like I said, you may have to see a different perspective, a different diverse opinion on it. Something that you're maybe not seeing in a different light that's causing this tower, that's causing things to crash down. Or maybe not seeing something for the way that it is. And so 8, it represents, preparation. You might have to prepare yourself, steel yourself, be strong to sit through this and see this for what it is. That takes strength. Okay. 8s are double what a door is. Okay. So we're going from, the door, which can open and close, okay, to windows and fences. That's what this represents. And so in the window with the fence, well, the door, you may or may not be able to see out. With the 8, you can't help but see out. You have to close the curtains to not see what's in front of you or for what's outside to also see you. You can't help but see out. That's what windows were made for. You can look out at them. You can shut them all you like, but you can see. Okay? The spiritual side of that is 5 of action, another 5. Your angels want you to know that your current challenge pushes you. So you're getting that push, that force. That's what I was talking about. The whole realm of 5, Gebura, is strength. The angel of that realm is Shamuel. That is strength, but by love. Okay? And, its neighbor, of course, represents Abraham, mercy. Okay? That there's love that is merciful, but then love that is strong and pushing and determined and diligent. So it says it's pushing you to be assertive and self-confident. So maybe you're wondering, well, if I don't have all this, what's going to become of me? Be comforted, because the 10 is also representing the wheel. The prophet, who saw the wheel in the middle of a wheel, he had to comfort people. They were downcast too, because they were captive. But they were captive because of the decisions that they made. However, he wasn't there to harp on that part. But look at the other opportunities. There are opportunities that you're not seeing that are a part of this captivity. There are opportunities to begin again. To keep these 3s, you might have broke some covenants, but you can have some restoration here. Okay? Maybe something you have to give up or deal with or address. So look, they are seriously having a snowball fight, right? Okay? This guy comes in to help this guy. This could be your angel coming in to help you. Because here you are, at first you were against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. You were up against 5. 1 against 5. And now you got some help. You got someone who's just as big as they are. And he's got more snowballs. Look at all the snowballs. He's helping you to come fight back. He's giving you the strength to fight back. To conquer the situation. To deal with it. So be willing to stand up for yourself and defend your position. Wow. Just what I just said. And these cards are new. I haven't got a chance to go through them or read them, or I just pull them out and spiritually whatever I'm given, that's what I'm giving out. You have the right. You have the right to excuse yourself from those who bring drama into your life. So is this about someone who's bringing some kind of drama? And this is the way you got to deal with it? And that as you deal with it, justice comes along like this to help you? Or even justice comes in the form of network, resources, another career position that comes to help you when you stand up to defend yourself? That maybe when you're doing this here, because the people, they were building one man's dream. They weren't building their dream. That's why it cuts off here. That's why destiny from heaven cuts it and chops it down. Because they were building one man, they were all dedicated to build one man's dream. And earth wasn't created for that. We're supposed to help each other build each other's dreams, one another's dreams. It's not that I should have to sacrifice everything that I am to build what you want, to develop what you want. That's not the way that he made the earth. He made it even. That like forces, these 2 5s, that's maybe what you see here. Being the snowballs around, the 10 is to get your challenge, maybe to get to this person. Maybe this person was helping you, you thought you had it by yourself. Or maybe you told them not to because at the time previously you were really hung on staying on this and building someone else's dream where there's no balance. There's no balance there. No. Even the Bible, not to be biblical or anything, but the book that it starts with, we call it Genesis, but it's actually the terminology of the name itself. It's about 2. And you see from the first start of creation, lots of division, dividing. Our DNA even is divided up. It's sequenced out. There's some type of sequence about this. I don't know. Something for you to reconsider, right? To start thinking of and trying to get to this person here. Okay? Because they've got that win-win. Where maybe the win, even if it is, not just winning the snowball fight, but getting these chumps over here, these bullies over here, to stop throwing all this at one person. Throwing all this on one person, that's not fair. That's why he's standing there. So to get to this person, okay? All right. God bless.